今集我哋人氣馬場嘅嘉賓寶遜，雖然咧之前喺紐西蘭成為冠軍騎師，不過咧今次嚟到香港成績就麻麻地喎。如果俾一次機會佢會唔會再嚟香港呢？不如問下佢啊。So we have OP and Emily here. So what do you think of your Hong Kong riding career?
It started off a little bit slow my first 3 months, but the last month of that first three, I got a few winners and started getting on a bit of a roll before the end of the season. The second 3 months was probably a little bit harder. I put on a little bit of weight through the off season, and I came to Hong Kong quite heavy, and I really struggled to get the weight down and to get fit in that time, which didn't really help to kick off the season on the right foot. But that's why I found it really hard getting on nice horses, and it's been a big learning curve for me. Like I had to do a lot. You have to do a lot more talking to owners and trainers and everything here in Hong Kong, but compared to back home. But I've really enjoyed my time here. I love the Asian racing, and the prize money up here in Hong Kong is amazing compared to anywhere around the world. So I think I like the tempo of the racing. The horses, they all run a lot faster in their races, and here in Hong Kong it takes a lot of tactical riding as well. So I've really enjoyed the Asian side of racing.
All your career have been struggling about your weights. One time you said that you have been up to 78 kilograms, and you can be a rugby player.
Yeah, I've always struggled with my weight. It's probably through a little bit of discipline as well, but it's something that's always been there. And as you said, I got up to 78 kilos at one stage, and I stopped riding and played rugby for a couple of seasons, and then my weight came back down again, and the mind was fresh and the body was refreshed as well. So the weight came back down quite naturally, but I've always got to keep an eye on it.
So I'm sure that you have a really good helper and partner to guide you to have a good discipline, and also your diet is Emily, right?
Yeah, exactly. She helps me a lot with what to do and what not to do, and no respect her for that too. So she's been a great help in my career.
Emily, is that he is very difficult to handle, to ask him not to drink too much and keep on diet or something?
I think all I do is moan. I just moan all the time at him. I'm sure he gets sick of listening to me. It's, put that drink down, or don't eat that, or
Exactly.
or going like, let's go for a run, or trying to suggest things. But at the end of the day, I'm not the one who has to lose the weight, so I have to remember that. It's easy to say it, but when you actually have to do it, it's a lot harder. So just being a friend and trying to take the good with the bad is what I'm here for.
You have played a quite essential role, because as obvious, originally the result is not as good as expected. So maybe he has some hard time or feeling a little bit frustrated, but you're the one who keep supporting him throughout the way, right?
Yeah, I think especially here in Hong Kong, when it can be quite lonely, it's like, I know everyone says how important it is to have a partner and someone who, you know, can make the days not seem so long, and when it is a tough time, that you've got somebody to sort of pick you up. So hopefully I've done that.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's been a great experience that you know, we don't regret coming here. It's been a really amazing opportunity, and we've both really enjoyed seeing a new city and trying out the new experience. And I think when we go home, we're going to realise how much we've learnt, and Opie as well, what he's learnt from being here. It definitely doesn't do you any harm.
You have quit riding twice before, right? So what brings you back?
Racing's always been in my blood from right when I was a little kid, through my family and everything. So I never really got right out of racing. I always had horses on the property and pre-trained horses and stuff like that. So it was just a break mentally and getting the body right as well.
So you once said that it's never easy to get the weight down, and also when you are young or around 20-something years old, then you just really struggle to get it done because it's under pressure, and also you have to take the pills to get it down.
Yeah, back in those days, I probably wasn't really dedicated enough at the time, and I'd turn up and try and lose 5 kilos like before a race meeting, which is, you don't want to turn up to the races feeling like that either. So yeah, I was probably doing everything the wrong way, and as I've got older, I've probably got a little bit more wiser.
2015 has been a great year for you because you have beaten Mongolian Khan to win the Caulfield Cup, Australian Derby, and also the New Zealand Derby. So can you tell us how you feel? I can say it's the biggest career success, right?
It was, yeah, but I was quite lucky to pick up the ride on him. He was in the stable I ride for, but Craig Rules was riding him and he got suspended and I picked up the ride and I won on him straight away and they kept me on him. So I was quite lucky in that way and was quite unlucky for Craig Rules, but he's been an amazing horse to me. He's won, I think I won about 8 races on him and he's won, he would be the best stayer I've ridden. We were really confident going into that race. He hit all his races leading up to it. He was getting better and better and he's peaking at the right time. So we were confident. We had a nice draw and we got a nice run throughout the race and we knew he was going to run out the 2400. So it was a great day all round.
Do you feel a little bit upset about not racing him in the Melbourne Cup because he had the colic attack, right?
Yeah, it was a bit of a kick in the guts because we couldn't wait to get him out to 2 Mile and the way he finished off the Caulfield Cup, the Melbourne Cup was going to be ideal and he's the type of horse that puts himself up there out of trouble as well and relaxes in his races. And to be scratched a week out when he's one of the favourites, it was pretty gutting. Not many New Zealand jockeys get the opportunity to ride a horse like even a favourite in the Melbourne Cup.
I'm sure that one of the reasons you can steal Emily's heart is all your achievement that in this racing industry. And I know that during the time in Hong Kong, you make the very big decision to propose to Emily, right?
Yeah, it's something I wanted to do for a long time, and
is it a surprise for Emily?
Yes, a big surprise. Yeah, it was a huge surprise. We'd been apart for a month because I'd stayed back in New Zealand to sort a few things out before we came. We had to move house and stuff. And obviously he missed me a lot because when I landed in Hong Kong, he picked me up from the airport and was driving home. How was your flight? Oh, my flight was really good. And I came home and on the table here there was some champagne. Oh. And I had my back to him and I said, oh, this is nice. This is, you know, a welcome home present. How sweet. And then I turned around and he had the ring. I said, oh. For once in my whole life, I had nothing to say. I was just like, oh my goodness. But I did say yes.
Emily, when you go back to New Zealand, what's your plan? Because I know that you're a really successful anchor as well in the racing industry and even helped the Jockey Club to do some simulcast races here.
Yeah, I was really lucky that the Jockey Club let me sort of do some work-class stars here. That was
I always listen to your tips as well at home.
I hope you haven't lost any money. No, it was a great privilege to work here and it's really helped my experience as well. It's so good to have Hong Kong Jockey Club on your CV for Opie and I. It looks really good, but I work for the TV channel in New Zealand and they've been very accommodating and they let me take some unpaid leave to come here. So they've kept my position open so I can go straight back to my job. So cool. Yeah, it's really good of them and looking forward to getting back into it again.
For OP, what's the most satisfaction in racing for you?
I think riding big race winners is the high point of probably any jockey's career, but one of mine is back home. That's the races we target all season are the bigger races, and so that's probably what I achieved to win.
What have been the best moments of your career so far?
I think winning the Derby on Mongolian Khan, the New Zealand Derby, that's my first New Zealand Derby, and I've been riding for 18 years and I've been on a few favourites and never really got close, so to tick that off was a huge career highlight. It was the only big race in New Zealand that I haven't won, so. And then from then on, going on to win the Australian Derby and then on to win the Caulfield Cup on Mongolian Khan is probably my career highlight.
So some of the punters will be quite interesting about why you leave earlier. So can you tell us the reason?
I'm leaving early just to try and get back into, because the opportunities were drying up here for a little bit for me. So to try and get on some nice horses for our big races coming up back home over this summer and autumn. So
are you still working for Murray Baker when you're back home?
Yeah, I'll be doing quite a bit of riding for Murray. He's been a great supporter of mine over the years. So hopefully I can slip straight back in there.
Now you have to move back to New Zealand. Do you think that how long are you going to ride, or you change another road in the future?
At this stage, I've got a few more. I'm only 36 years old, so I've got quite a few more years left in me. I'll just keep riding for the leading trainers back home and try and get on some nice horses to target the carnivals in Australia and stuff like that. So just try and get back on top again. So it's the biggest first target anyway.
I know that you have some property and farms in New Zealand, and then even during your when you're off the track, you help the clients to break in horses. Is it the long-term goal for you to do that, or keep going for your farm?
Yeah, we've just purchased a new farm, and when we get back, we'll be setting that up to adjust horses and spell horses. So if anyone wants some horses spelled, just give me a ring. We've got a few people that are interested in spelling horses on the property, so we'll be interested in taking on some more. So we'll just do it in the small stages of setting things up. So hopefully a little bit closer in the future, we'll be have it all set up properly.
So you have won more than 1,500 races and nearly 50 Group 1s. Do you think that it's a failure in Hong Kong?
Maybe a little bit, but I knew it was going to be tough when I come here, and I'm happy enough. I at least wrote a winner this last part. I think you just got to keep your chin up and just hope that next horse can come along and win for you. But it's not easy, especially here in Hong Kong. Not many people get the opportunity from New Zealand to come here and ride, so it's a privilege for the club to offer me the opportunity. So,
what's the most unforgettable moment in Hong Kong?
As probably riding my first winner, because it took a good 2 months to get that, and just to crack the first one was probably a weight off my shoulders, really.
Have you heard any bad words about you during a time? It's like, oh, he's not good enough or something?
Well, I haven't heard them, but I'm sure there's people out there that will probably think that, but I don't know, there's not much you can really say or do about it.
If you have one more chance, are you still coming to Hong Kong?
I'd love the opportunity to come again. Even like I did last year, come for the last 3 months. If that opportunity came, I'd like to look at that, yeah.
Anything that you want to say to Emily?
I'd like to just thank her for coming up here and supporting me and putting up with my bad moods when I'm not going so well and picking me up, but I'm really grateful for that.
Oh, you're shy. And how about Emily? Anything you want to tell him?
That I'm really proud of him for giving it a go, and just for trying. You don't know till you try, and it maybe hasn't gone as well as we hoped, but he's still done an amazing job, and it's just been a really good experience.